Hi guys, this is Rose Gegner, and today we are making Filipino Kopiko. It is very known in the Philippines. Everybody's using them, and so I'll show you how to make the Kopiko. So first we need the cocoa, and then we need the coffee mate, or if you're in the Philippines, you can use regular, baby milk powder. And of course, you're gonna need the instant coffee. So I got this, the El Cheapo one at the dollar store. And also you're gonna need powdered sugar. So first thing first, we're gonna need cocoa first. You know the hot cocoa that you try you buy, prepackaged one. So let me get you. Need to have a mixer. All right. So also we're gonna need this. Okay. I disappeared. All right. First, we're gonna make the cocoa. Like the hot cocoa. So we're gonna do 1/4 cup of this. If this one will open. Oh, never use them. I have this all along in the cupboard. I never made any chocolate something yet that you needed this. So 1/4 cup of cocoa. See, there you go. We need higher elevation on this thing, how you can see. All right, so we'll go this one, I think. Finally, I have this one on in my kitchen. All right, so, whoops, there. And then 1 cup of powdered sugar. Okay. And then we're gonna make the cream. As I said, you can use regular, so we're gonna pour everything here. Because you wanted it really, really creamy. And you can add more sugar if you like. Oh yeah, the size of this one, 6 ounces. All right. And see, this is how you make the cocoa. The hot cocoa that you like sometimes in the morning or in the winter time. Lucky us here in Texas, we don't have those harsh cold weather. Okay, so let me get a spatula. See, we are live in San Antonio, Texas. Oops. And see? Just to prove it to you, even though I have acid reflux, I'm going to drink this cocoa just for you so that you can see. Can you see fine? All right. So, I was lucky I came, they sent us home early from work today. So you have to break all this cocoa here. Let me cover my cocoa. I like it fresh. There. Oops. So now, okay, just to see, I'm gonna boil some water. Oops. And that's the cocoa. So now I'm gonna boil some water. All right, so you see, So I need to add more water. Right. So yesterday I was trying to figure out how to operate this laptop of mine and to go live, from my kitchen. And I did some baking, but we were not successful. And I got so tired of waiting, and we're trying to uninstall stuff on my computer. Okay, so this is the cocoa. And then after the cocoa, of course, you're gonna pour in this in. You know, you don't have to pour the whole coffee. You can use half of it, but if you want it really, really strong, so you can pour the whole thing. I'm not a coffee person. I never had coffee before. And so, and instant, I don't know. I cannot, I get tipsy if I drink, caffeine. So that's why I don't drink coffee. So now our water reheating. So I'm gonna give this to work tomorrow to somebody because we don't use this. I just thought, I'm showing you how to do this. Honey, I'm finally on. So now we're making Kopiko. You know the Kopiko? The Filipino my dad likes coffee? That ready mix? Instant coffee? Yeah. So if you have a dollar store and so I'm gonna save one, just a little bit. Well, hang on. Just a little bit for the hot cocoa. I'll do one fourth. So you really have to mix it up because see the residue here, the powdered sugar still there, and also you can put raw sugar here too. It gets really really delicious. I heard it's really good. That's what a lot of Filipino in the Philippines they use this coffee ready to go. Everything they don't have to add sugar if they don't have to. But like my dad, he likes to add more sugar. Okay, so I'm gonna get a cup. So I'm gonna get the hot cocoa. I'm gonna get hot cocoa today. Oops, hang on. Something in there. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just missed one. All right. So this is just the hot cocoa. Waiting for the water to really boil. So after this, now we're gonna add the coffee. Good. Oops. So we need to measure this just to see. I want half. Okay, just put 1 cup. And there you go, guys. But I think I'm gonna pour the whole thing because I know my coworkers they like really really strong coffee also, and they can always add sugar. So I better add the sugar no too because we are not we have to bring our own lunch, drinks, and stuff because everything's locked up, so you can't buy anything at work because of the coronavirus. My husband's correcting me. All right, so it is hot now. Mm, so wow, look at that. See, I used to drink a lot of cocoa until I got I got diagnosed diabetes, and so I didn't do a lot of this. It's not strong. It needed more milk. Actually, I like a lot of hot cocoa. Oh, this look like Filipino cocoa drink there, and so that's really good. You just need more cocoa. So now I'm gonna add this mix with coffee. So 2 tablespoons because I like it really creamy. So it doesn't say if there's caffeine in this thing, but oh, my husband don't want me to drink with caffeine because I get really more talkative. Oh wow, that's really good. Very good, honey. You want some? Mm, very good. Ooh, mm, very good, you guys. Very good. So what I'm gonna do just to beef it up. Oh, delicious. That's really good. Oh, I hope I don't get sick because I'm lactose. So I'm gonna add 1/4 cup more of this cocoa, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pour in the rest of the coffee. That's really good. So I made this cocoa before, this Kopiko, and I give them for Christmas present to my coworkers one Christmas ago. Um, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add fresh. So I'm gonna add this coffee, the whole thing. I think that was just enough, but these guys, when I tried it, I can taste coffee, but it's not that strong. So there you go. And then we're gonna add the fresh raw sugar. Hang on a minute. So ta-da! Gonna put half a cup. We don't want it too strong for them. So now we put 12 ounce of creamer, 12 ounce of coffee, instant coffee, and and 1 1/2. No, that was 3/4 cups of cocoa, fresh cocoa, and 1 cup of powdered sugar, and then half a cup of raw sugar. And I think I'm gonna save some. I think I'm gonna save some for myself. It's pretty good. I'll just put it back here. Okay. And there you have it. Instant coffee mix. There. So I'm gonna get a container for that. So for now, I'll put this in a Ziploc bag. So the next one we are making. Oh, so you know what? I forgot. You guys, if you did not have a chance to see my video, I made this the one that I was planning to go and go live, but I have I have to go to work, the following day, and so I have to really go sleep because it was already almost midnight. But this is what I made. So this is would be good with this instant coffee. Very good. And also I made this bread, and they turn out really good too. So I put things away. So I still have another of this, so I can make some more later. So I am going to find. Hang on a minute. So found one. Now rinse this off. Let it dry. Oops, I don't need that one. So I went to the store today, and that's when I found, coffee. Said, oh, that would be a good idea to make Kopiko, so that my family in the Philippines would know how to make it because it's gonna be the hard time these days to go to the grocery store and get yourself very vulnerable to get sick. So that's not dry yet. try this. Put my hand inside. No, it's already clean, but I want to make sure that's really clean. Right. So this goes to work tomorrow. So my TV here is so loud I cannot raise and talk at the same time. I'll put this one too. Keep this a little bit. So the next one we're gonna make, oh, it's still wet so you can see, discolored a little bit. That's not good. All right. So the next one we're gonna make is, so we are going to make the Yema. I have here, so I have here condensed milk, leftover from last night's food. I did use all of them. So I'm gonna open one more can of it, and so we're gonna go to my stove. So Yema is like, it's like a fudge, but made of, oops, let's see that. Let's go right here. All right. Okay. So we're gonna make Yema. Put that. Isn't that pretty? This bread. Look at that. So if you want to learn how to make this, go look at my channel, and you'll see how to make this. Very, very good pastry. Very good. And I've been dreaming to make that for a long, long time because I remember eating that when I was a kid. So we are making Filipino fudge. So all this just a condensed milk. And you just pour it in. So this is 1 cup. I took out, 1/4 of this, and so this what's the leftover. So this about 3/4 of a cup. Yes. So we're gonna use the wooden spoon. Use the long one. It's gonna get hot later on. So the beauty of this, you just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. See, I used to be expert of this making the pots when I was a kid. I was only, I think, 7 years old, 8 years old when I learned how to make this. And I watch other people make some money making, yema. And some of the yema, they put some nuts. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put chopped almonds in here, or sliced almonds, and it gets really, really good. So I'm gonna add low oil. So the whole idea of this is you reduce you reduce the yema. It's gonna turn a little brown. This condensed milk. So right now it's a high heat, and then when this one's getting to be reduced a little bit, I have to turn it down to low so that you'll see it's gonna get clumpy. And so that's what it looks like right there. So you see those, dark brown spots. Those are uh, it's starting to form it's hot there. See the condensed milk starting to look like candy. So I need to stand it down because it's a little darker than it should be. And that's one thing about this making this candy. It's a low. You need elbow grease in here. As you can see, it start to form. Let's see. Smells really good, you guys. Very smells good. Start to form. So I have to turn it down more now. So before it gets really, really hard, that's why I'm gonna add the nuts. So if you're just tuning in, we are making Yema, and this is another candy from the Philippines. And is the only ingredients here is the condensed milk. You know, there's I don't know what's the name, but there's another candy in Mexico that almost look like this, and I forgot the name. I've seen it on the documentary. So almost there. It's getting reduced, guys. So as you can see, you see some dark spots. So I'm thinking after this, I'm gonna make ganache and cover the this yema on the chocolate. So yema, and then the outside it's chocolate. And that's gonna be really, really good. See, it's getting there. By the time we finish this, I'm gonna have a extra big arm because this one need a lot of attention making this candy. But I'm telling you, it is really, really good candy. So if you want to try this, you might want to try just one can and do the same thing, and you'll see you would really, really like it. It's just like the fudge, but it's a condensed milk based on the condensed milk candy. So almost there. So I'm gonna beep it up a little bit. The heat, I think it's a little low. There we go. Now smells really good. Smell caramel smell. So it's getting there. So I'm gonna get my nuts prepared. Ta-da! It's just right here. So ready to go. As you can see, it's getting thick. And when this thing get thick, it goes really fast thick. I remember when I was a kid, I used to make this, and it gets really this, tiny balls like that. And I used to sell them for, I think, 5 centavo or 10 centavo. And I used to go, when I go to school, that's when I sell. Because, a lot of my classmates, the parents got money, except me, or maybe a couple kids also like me. But, oh yeah, I used to target them, and we used to buy when we're in the classroom while the teacher's discussing, teaching us how to do ABC. What Rose was doing? I was handing out secretly the candy. And then, when I come back, I get my money back. And I started with 40 peso, and that was my principal. And after 6 months, I think I made about 600 peso. And of course, my mom took it away from me. She said she gonna borrow, and up to this point, I never seen that 600 peso. So okay, guys, so it looks like this now. See, it's bubbly, and we want this a little thicker. And then we pour that here on our glass bowl, and then this one we have to spray on oil, just like any other candy. When you make candy, and you want that, easy to handle. Hang it. I got my spray right here. Spray now, and see. Look at that. It's getting to. So since this one's getting to be hard, I'm gonna put about 1 cup of it. Oops. More than 1 cup, that's okay. And see, look at that. It's almost a candy, you guys. Isn't that amazing? Condensed milk, it's always there in front of you, and you don't know what to do. You only thought, to add that on the dessert. But you can, now you can certainly make a candy out of just condensed milk. The nuts, by the way, is optional, but most of our yema in the Philippines, we add nuts. Happen to be, I have almonds, so I have to use that almond. And hopefully, when all this coronavirus panic, I can understand, you get panic too, because we are too, but okay, guys, almost done. See, I need to throw it down because it gets really, really easy to get burned. So when it's close to the point that you can do like this, see, that's not ready yet. So thank you for staying with me, whoever you are. Thank you for watching, and so now you know how to make yema. When I make a video of something, those are the things that close to my heart. It reminds me, where we are, or when I was a kid. Like this bread right here. Those are my favorite breads. Well, of course, there's a lot more bread, but those, you don't get them all the time because, the baker doesn't make them all the time. So, see you guys? See that? We need that doesn't drop. And so when this thing get dry, it's just very easy. You can shape it in your hand. Almost there. See? See, that's what you want. It's funny. Well, it's not really funny. Me making a lot of sweet stuff when I'm not supposed to be eating sweets. Almost there. See? Almost there. So, by the way, when you make this yema, you can fill this in your, like if you want to make bread and you use this as a filling, but make sure it's a little runny, not like like for like hard candy, like because you don't want that. Okay, almost done. That's you want something that when you do this and it holds a little bit longer, and that's how you test yemas really really good. There, almost. See, I still got it. I still remember how to make this. Imagine that was, I was just very, very young elementary schooler and still remember, you know, when you're a kid, you never forget, what you experienced before. See, that's the one we want. All right. So, couple more minutes. It's getting really hard to mix it up. So we're gonna kill that, and then of course we're gonna pour this over here. Yeah, so I have to put it here because I don't want that to crack. See that? So we're gonna let it cool, and when we let it cool a little longer, it's even get harder to you know. See in the pan, they're getting hard. Look at that. So you guys, so now we're gonna make the other step. We're gonna make the ganache. So I think I have. So look at that. We want all that out because that can make one more candy. So some of this I'm gonna take it to work too. Alright. So when you have this, you have to soak it in the water right away because just like any other sweet stuff, like sugar, it gets stuck and it takes forever to clean that. Okay, so now to shape this, okay, that's still low hot. See, it's getting hard. So we need to shape this into ball. So I'm gonna spray that a little bit, and then let me see if I can touch it by hand. Yeah, it's still hot, too hot. mm, mm, very good. So we wanna target this big right here. 1 teaspoon. That regular teaspoon you have. So I'm gonna start doing this because later on, if this one cool down, it is so hard to run it up. So just we're gonna separate them now. There. See, it's nice to have you spray it because they just come off. Oh my God, it's too hot. Hot, hot, hot. Put that there. Okay, let me get another spoon. There you go. So if you do want to cover this with chocolate, so finish off with nuts or um, or just leave it just like this. But I suggest you add it with the nut. It looks really really nice, especially if you want to give this as a gift or if you want to sell them. These ones really, I'm telling you guys, you would really enjoy this. And what do you know? It's only the condensed milk. So this is good, like afternoon snacks or in the morning when you have coffee, and or right after meal. You want some sweets. Like me when I eat, I somehow sometimes it depends on what I eat. Seems like I'm craving sweets or something sour. The lower that. So if you have like Hershey's chocolate that's for baking, you can use that. So I think that's what I'm gonna use. I think I have that around. I'm not gonna go all the way and make the cocoa, and that's too much work. So we're gonna go the easy way today. And there you have it. So we made a lot. So we'll do that and let it cool down, and then we're gonna melt the chocolate. Let me see if I have some here. And yes, I do. What convenient. Look at that. So I'll do this one. Get some water in my handy dandy pot. You see, guys, it's nice to have this around. All right, put this aside. Really making it cool right here. All right, so right there. So we're gonna spray a little bit with that. I'm gonna get more. Maybe I'm gonna add some cocoa in it, and then powdered sugar, and that should do it. So we're gonna do a whisk. Let me go hunt a little more cocoa. What do you know? We're gonna get this one right here. Whoops. Nobody will eat this, so we're gonna use it. So one by one, we're gonna peel this. It's already melting, you guys, a little bit. It's really, really quick. And I'm gonna throw in a little cocoa in it so that it's a little more cocoa than sweets. Because remember, condensed milk is already very, very sweet, and this chocolate is very, very sweet. It's a lot of work. You have to do one by one. So I got this at Walmart right after Christmas, and we have a last sale, 50% off. All right, getting hot. So when you want to do this, so if you want to add the cocoa, the fresh one, make sure that this all melted first before anything else, or else it's not gonna melt, and it's just you're gonna ruin your cocoa. All right, so while we're waiting for this guy to melt, I have here almost time. Woo! So let's go move this way. Right. So when you round that up, make sure that you put a little oil, grease in your hand, and see it's still hot. And look, just like candy, it's like fudge. And you just round it up, and you can dip in this with more nuts. It's gonna be so cool. Oops, you the mess. And imagine that the crunch of the almond. And you don't want to wait for this to really cool down because you cannot do this. It's a little hot, but not too hot. Ooh, that's a little hot right there. So if you haven't, subscribed, please do. I need as much subscriber I can. That's really hot. We don't want that one yet. Okay, some are small. See, it's already stuck. just like making fudge. That's why very important that you spray the pan because see like this, I thought I sprayed it really really good and look it's sticking and you know that's a waste of candy. Too hot there, very very hot. Mm, okay, that's done. We'll wait. That one's okay now. So if you don't want chocolate, look and do this before it gets you know maybe it's too late. Oops, see like that. But you want this covered with chocolate anyway. It's better. I never done cover this chocolate, but I always imagined it's gonna turn out really, really good. Oh, very, very hot, you guys. All right, so in here, you wash my almost there. The chocolate's almost ready. It's a little dry, so I'm gonna add a little butter. Right? You don't want to stay. So now we're gonna cover this with chocolate. Oh my God, it's hot. Okay, so you'll see still that, that, hot, really hot. So now all we're gonna cover